Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. We are knocking off rachni missions one by one. We've eradicated the presence of rachni on 2 planets, and they appear to have all come from the same place. Check the journal. These two were the rachni planet-based missions, and they both say that we need to find the source, which is this depot on Sigma-23 in the Gorgon system. Of course, the actual assignment doesn't tell you which cluster that is, but luckily we remember from the planet what cluster it is, and it's Argos Rho, where we've been before. Alright, we are leaving Nepmos, and that means we are done with Erebus, which means we are done with Styx Theta. Alright, and Argos Rho's over here. Now let me point something out real quick. Notice that from Novaria, which is the Horsehead Nebula, you can go directly to Styx Theta, or you can go directly to Argos Rho, or you can go directly to the Exodus cluster. But anywhere else you want to go to, you have to go through one of those three. So Novaria has basically that mass relay has allows you to get to 3 different places, and that seems to make sense to me. That you might have. If you have arachni that originate from Novaria, then they would be migrating out through these paths. I'm not sure if that's why it was done that way, but that's something I noticed. Alright, so yes, we've been here before. This was where Phoenix was where the Pinnacle Station was, and where Rex's armor was, and then Hydra was where I think that was our very first planet, right, Medcos? Alright, so Gorgon is new now, so let's go there. Alright, and of course we have an array of planets, but no asteroid belt. Sleekon? Sleekon? I don't know. Orbiting at an unbelievable distance of 710 AU, over 66 billion kilometers from Gorgon. Sleekon is a huge gas giant with an atmosphere tainted by methane and chlorine. And this strikes me as very, very odd. Day length is the same as the orbital period. This means it's tidally locked, even at this distance. Is that even possible? I mean, Earth is much closer, not as big, but it's not showing any signs of being tidally locked. In fact, its spin, I think, is more affected by the moon than the sun. Anyway, I don't know what that means. Next, Charblu. Standard hydrogen-helium gas giant, the methane in Charblu's atmosphere gives it an azure hue. The Asari crew who initially surveyed the system during Earth's 17th century named Charblu after a then-popular soprano. The singer was renowned for her unusual skin tone, which was quite similar to that of the planet. And as you might expect, once the outermost planet is tidally locked, then probably all the remaining planets are too. This one certainly is. Alright, and that brings us to the unidentified space facility. Okay. This space station appears to have been assembled from used off-the-shelf civilian ship modules of diverse origins. There are no obvious hull markings, and it is not broadcasting any ID signal, and thus we don't know who owns the thing. So yeah, let's just go right on board. Sure, that won't be a problem, right? Alright, Team Rachni. Let's go. And since we've been fighting out Rachni all along, and we've been using this team all along, nothing to check here, except, of course, to make sure that everyone's using the right gun, because the game will switch that up on you if you're not careful. And yes, enemies are already present. And you should recognize this interior. We've been on a maze-like interior before. Of course, before... Ugh. Yes, kamikazes. They really suck. Yes, and everybody's putting up their barrier even though it has no help to you whatsoever.
It's over now.
Well, it's over for the moment. It is pleasant to be here without a bunch of husks appearing, I will say that. yes, this is the maze layout, of course. Instead of husk appearing every which way, it will be rachni, though not nearly as sneakily. And unlike the mission where the husk is, there's a lot more loot here. Yep, so it's a standard S-shaped maze path through there. But like I said, there's a lot more loot, and although you couldn't tell, we've already passed by quite a number of things. So let's run it backwards and collect all the gifts, because as I said when we were last in a maze like this, I said that when we come back to a maze like this, we would have a very short amount of time to get out. So I want to collect the loot now. Colossus 10 light armor human. Oh, yay. Look at that upgrade for Kaidan. I mean, the damage protection doesn't increase all that much. It starts pretty high with Colossus, but the shields really go up fast. So, yay. I should already be in 10, right? Yes. Outstanding. Yeah, see, they sneak all this loot in here. You almost... well, we walk right by it. Oh, and a Savant 10, Biotic Amp. Did I mention the loot here is pretty good? I think that's it. I think we've picked up everything now. Yep, okay. So it's time to deal with the heart of the matter, which is the rooms in the back, of course. Alright, so yes, where we need to go is there. There's nothing up there worth seeing, so we won't bother. We'll go ahead and loot this room. Phoenix 10. Whoa. Yeah, did I mention there's a lot of loot here? I think that's it for loot, though. Alright, yeah, it's just a couple terminals here. Alright, so maybe some answers finally on what's the deal with the rachni.
Personal data recorder for Major Elena Flores.
Play the first entry.
Sigma-23 is almost fully operational. The barracks and storage lockers are complete, and we've begun stocking the munitions. It's highly unlikely the Alliance will patrol in the nebula. I expect our only risk will be from pirates, and who'll believe them? Looks like we'll have space for 2 reinforced platoons of Cerberus commandos.
Cerberus?
Cerberus. Is that a corporation?
Kaidan, are you trying to be cute right there? Are you just plain dumb for my benefit? Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure you went with Garrus on the Cerberus mission. So, yeah, I don't know if he's trying to be annoying there or what, but...
Play the second entry.
The package arrived today for field testing. I'm told they're fundamentally similar to the units being developed on Noveria. They promise this batch will be stable. Something about them developing in proximity to the master control unit. We detected some pirates setting up an anchorage in a neighboring system. I think we'll try deploying them there first.
The master control unit. Sounds to me like they already were aware that developing without the Queen's presence was a problem, and that somehow these rachni would be somehow better, and yet it looks like that didn't work either. I mean, obviously from the rachni we've been encountering so far.
Play the last entry.
They've escaped containment. Clever bastards. We treated them like animals. We should have treated them like POWs. They're spreading. Boarding the supply ships and sending them to random destinations. They'll be all over the cluster in a week. General, if you recover this message, My advice is, screw the rachni. They're too smart. Use one of the other projects. Flores, signing off. For the final time.
It seems Binary Helix were not the only ones foolish enough to meddle with the rachni.
Indeed. Wow, okay, that does answer a few things. Somehow Cerberus got connected to the Novaria mission. Presumably long before we got there. Probably even before Benezi got there, but still, it's like, interesting. That I would not have expected. In fact, the first time I played this, it was completely by surprise to find that Novaria was, to find that Cerberus was involved here. Even though we bumped into rachni at the Cerberus base.
Let's go.
The escaped rachni definitely came from this station, though the motives behind the Cerberus group are vague. We're putting Cerberus in quotes, as if we don't know who they are. To prevent further contamination, arm the station's scuttle charges and evacuate to the Normandy. Yeah, nice chunk of XP there. Let's get the journal. UNC Depot Sigma-23. The data you found at Listening Post Theta indicates that a supply ship came from Depot Sigma-23 in the Gorgon system just before the attacks on the Listening Posts Alpha and Theta. That supply depot is likely where the rachni infestation originated. An organization called Cerberus is responsible for the rachni infestations. In order to prevent further problems, activate the station's scuttle system and evacuate to the Normandy. Alright. Yeah, this is a time mission with fighting, of course. Alright, let's go. Yeah, 70 seconds. And a room restocked. Alright. Luckily with the little ones, you only have to survive, the little kamikaze charge, which is potent, for sure. And also don't forget that you have to open 2 doors here. It really sucks to die waiting for that door to open. Alright, we're done. Oh, alright. Alright, I think the assignment finishes up. Oh, it does finish up here. I thought we'd have to talk to Hackett first. You've cleared the base of rachni and discovered that this was another of Cerberus' secret experiments. At least they won't be breeding rachni again anytime soon. So, yay! Yeah, done with the rachni. I just want to check to see if Hackett has anything to say here. No, I guess not. Okay, you know what, we'll scan the rest of this in the next episode. Alright, I'll drop a save here. Alright, and we'll pick up the story from right here next time.